ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಅರುಣ್. ವಾಕಿಂಗ ಆರಾಮ್ ರೀ ವಾಕಿಂಗ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ದಿವಸ ನಾವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಂತಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಕೇಮ್ ಟು ದ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಇನ್ 90s, so we struggled a lot, like 2 to 3 years we used to wait to get into the industry. But now people are getting into the campus just like that.
Okay.
So many campus companies are giving the opportunities to work as a fresher.
Okay.
So what is the impact you see on these Gen Z kids? So they are seeing the money in the first month itself after their graduation.
Okay.
So
Sometimes even before graduation.
and before graduation.
So
So how it
their salary.
yeah, how it positively or negatively impacts the kids' life? Because we used to have a toughest time to get into the industry. We have seen the tough times.
Yeah.
But if the kids have not seen that tough times, so what is the advice you are going to give on these Gen Z guys?
Good question, Venkat. Actually, then this video they will also be watching. Gen Z kids, for example, maybe your daughter also, my daughter also. So let me try to answer, which is more convincing for them also, right? So what is the difference between our time and their time? We came to Bangalore in 94, maybe you would have come in 96 or
96,
something.
yeah.
Right? And there was no concept of campus interview only. Forget about campus interview, we didn't know how to create a resume.
Maybe IITs
The
there.
only thing I learnt in college was how to create a joining letter. There is something called joining letter.
Yeah.
That was taught by our HOD. That's the only thing we have learnt in college.
Yeah.
Nowadays there are specialists who can create resume for you at the cost of some price, right?
Yeah.
So that was not there. We didn't have that awareness.
Yeah.
This is where I keep telling Guru Bala is very important.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
What I mean by saying Guru Bala, you must have a mentor in life.
Okay.
And your life changes so fast at different intervals of life
Okay.
that you may need different mentors at different time intervals. Finding a mentor should not be difficult, but a conscious effort has to be made by these children, especially, right? Why they need a guru so much is the speed of technology is very high compared to speed of life. Already we know that actually we are going through that. On this only I gave a session other day. For 3 hours I have spoken. Industry 1.0 to 6.0. I'll make a separate video about that later. But that is where you need a reference basically. The reference can be I look up to my parents, or I look up to my teachers, I look up to my friends. In that case, friends group should be good enough to advise you. That is second thing. Third is sometimes you don't have any reference, we look for some role models. Role models, we have not met them in person, but we look up to their characteristic, their persona, their attitude, etc. And that guides you in life. Sometimes you don't have anything left, we just look up to God, right? There is an invisible power that runs this entire universe, and that's how we are all here. A simple example is, you can see all these plants, right? One simple rain for half an hour, you can see that it is uniformly spread across all the plants and they are growing. Who is managing this? How it is happening? I will get you 10 tankers of water. You plant all of them, but it won't be uniform and they won't grow at the same pace that they are growing because of one rain. That's the power of ultimate God. You can call him by any name. Some people call Shiva, some people call Ganesha, and some people call by any other name. But you have to believe in one supreme power, and then you have a reference to life. When I am falling down, I am catching on to that reference. That becomes my moral power. This does not happen in a simple life unless I realize within me is not going to happen. So my request to these kids is believe in something, believe in supreme power, follow some God, and then stick to that. That is your reference line against which my life is vibrating all the time. Okay, I hope that is making sense. Okay. See, one more question comes here. When we advise about God or supreme power to these Gen Z kids, say, what does it mean? Okay, imagine you are running alone in life like a vagabond, but there is no objective or vision, and I am always getting questions for myself. I am getting confused. What is this life all about? So please watch one video on Steve Jobs on YouTube. He always believed in himself. Something will fall in place. That's a theme that he's trying to narrate in that speech actually. And in India we say kuch na kuch ho jayega. In Kannada we say ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಆಗ್ತೈತ್ರಿ, we'll do something about it. And that power comes from this reference to God, right? The God can be anything. I'm not saying you do this, you do that, you go to temple. Believe in something. Believe in a thought that there is something beyond you. That thought people have to follow. And then you will calm down inside. And then you'll start taking right actions. It can come from doing prayer, it can come from doing meditation, or it can be anything that you do regularly with respect to this supreme power. It's all in all simple that every day morning go and visit temple for 2 minutes, sit there for 2 minutes and then come back. That is also one regular ritual which can bring you peace. This is my request to you, all these kids. Please put this somewhere in your diary. Follow this 5 minutes or 10 minutes routine. People who have better bandwidth, they can do it multiple times, evening also and morning also, and sometimes they do before going to bed also. Follow these rituals. I believe you will be better in life in terms of settling down or thinking. You feel that stability inside. I want you to feel that. So there is another viewpoint to this whole thing of these kids getting the offer at very early in life. Today they are graduating and tomorrow their salary is starting. That's what you asked, right?
Yes.
Secondly, they are also getting salary while they are in final year also. When they get internship offers, right? So they have access to their own earnings. That's today's trend.
Yeah.
And how this is going to impact them. That's what you are asking me.
Yes, exactly.
There is one confusion in these kids, maybe in us also. Some of us are so grown up in life, but we still are not very clear about that difference. Do I need lots of money or do I need happiness at the end of the day? A person with a lot of money, is he a happy person or a person who led a very stable life and ended his life correctly? When I say correctly, he has settled in his life, he has looked after his family well, and he is able to see in his lifetime that his children are also able to settle down, right? So that's when we look at Indian thought leadership, or what generally Indian families think, this is what is called a satisfying life. We have to see our own kids settling down in their life. This is a thought process of all the parents in life, and that's one viewpoint. Second is, I have earned so much and that's enough to take care of them.
No, but here again it comes with another question called how much is too much when there is an endless growing opportunity?
Oh, great. Super. Good question. There is no limit. The moment I am chasing materialistic life, there is no limit. Today Arun Yadav is getting 10 lakhs rupees, but it is more than enough for me, let's say. But tomorrow I will be unhappy because Venkat is getting 11 lakhs. That's a rat race we are getting into. So there is no limit when you are chasing materialistic life. You define your limits. Am I content with what I am getting? Am I able to save something for my next generation? And am I able to move forward in my life? These are only three things we should ask. Because today I can buy a simple keypad phone also, and I can have Android also, or I can have iPhone also, and I can still live a beautiful life in Bangalore. I give very simple funny example for this. You get idli vada for 10 rupees also in Bangalore, 20 rupees also, and if you go to Taj, you will get in 500 rupees also. You choose what you want to do. Just because I have that cravings, I cannot go to Taj every day to have idli vada sambar. That's a fact of life. So chase what has to be chased. This awareness has to be given to our children by all the people who are grooming them. Primarily the parents, and second, we have to look up to our teachers. Is this kind of grooming is given to these kids? Third is, kids also have to put some effort to learn from their surrounding. Just because Venkat has taken latest mobile phone, I cannot go and buy one more mobile phone. I need to know my limits and then buy it. So that's a whole life. So the thought process here is, do I want to chase the real happiness, or do I want to get into materialistic happiness? Means lots of gadgets, lot of cars, lots of space to live, luxury, going places, everything. There is no limit. Today you give me 5 crore, I can spend in one day. I'm telling you, knowing my likings, I can do that. But we have to be very realistic, what makes me happy at the end of the day. The thought here is, was it a meaningful life when I'm no more here? People have to say he led a good, meaningful life. They have to think that way. What Arun left behind for others? What is Arun's legacy, right? And people will remember only those things. Nobody will remember in which car I came to office. Nobody will remember my car number. Nothing. How was
No,
the
but
experience when we were with Arun? This is the whole life all about, and that's the only thing they remember. And even after 1 year, that also they will forget, because there will be some other experience somebody would have given much better than me. This is whole life is all about, and I hope I have tried to make it very simple for you, Venkat. I think we are able to have a good discussion on this. Am I making sense here?
yeah, and again, this is bringing another question.
Go ahead.
Since we are saying that, so how we need to utilize the money and on need basis, something like that.
Sometimes you might fall into bad group and you might get wrong advice also, and ultimately leading to disastrous results. That also happens. But here, let's try to focus what you should do when you get access to such funds. It's your offer basically. Try to see if there is a balance. The general rule is you must save 40% of your savings, and that should get into investments. I'm not going to talk about what type of investments right now, but we can make a separate video for that, Venkat. Let's take it separately. But investment should be there. So ground rule is 40%. This is one thing, please follow. And second thing is, as I told you already, try to be spiritually, emotionally balanced, looking for that supreme power always, and believing in the miracles of that power. That is second thing. Third thing is spend wisely. You need to save for rainy day. You never know. We always talk of businesses getting into losses, not making margins, etc., etc. Our life is also like that. Today you are earning well, but you never know whether the same earning will be there next year. So you need to be little conscious about that and have that little business-minded approach towards your life. You are only responsible for your life, and you are only designing your life. Actually, Venkat, what I keep telling is, every day there is a script that we are running, and we are designing our life, and nobody can come and change our life, right? That thought has to be there in me. When I wake up, today I am going to take my life to another level. Today I am going to do something different in my life. There's something interesting going to happen in my life. That thought has to come. My ground rule is, what you have done in first 3 hours of life in the morning determines what you are going to be in future. That thought we have to carry every day, and that infuses that enthusiasm towards life, that happiness towards that. Every day when I go to bed, I should say I'm looking forward for tomorrow. Is it happening? If it is not happening, there is something wrong inside. Either I'm emotionally down, or mentally I'm stressed, or something else is happening. The looking forward to thought, if it is not coming before your end of the day, there's something wrong. Think about it.